All right. Thank you very much. I don't know. Just go with Re, the classic file name I like to use. So, for those of you who don't know, this is going to be the Wind Waker Randomizer. And what that means is that all of the items that we get in the game from chests or from NPCs or side quests and all that stuff, it has all been randomized. So we don't know what's in any chest or what any NPC is going to give us, and we're going to attempt to get everything that we need to get to complete the game that way. So, yeah. This is not really like the original game. We're not going to like start on outset and like go through the whole story progression. This is sort of like an open world kind of thing. I can go to a lot of places right off the bat for what I need to do. So yeah, with that, we will get started in 3, 2. Are we ready on the timer? All right, 3, 2, 1, go. All right, so the first thing you'll notice is that I'm actually playing as Grandma. The Wind Waker Randomizer allows us to use custom player models for our randomizer shenanigans.
She's ready to go.
Here we go. All right, so we have the Ballad of Gales right off so that we can warp around all over the overworld.
Grandma's head is too big. She plays the Wind Waker right through her head.
Yeah. All right, so first thing we're going to do is we're going to go over and we're going to check Cliff Plateau Isles, where there's a nice little chest we can get. There are actually 3 different chests in total that we can get on the combined Cliff Plateau and Bird's Peak Rock Islands over here. And we're also going to be doing a fair amount of glitching in this randomizer. The settings that we're using for this randomizer are the typical tourney settings that we use these days. So there are 119 total locations that could potentially have progress items that we need out of the 301 total locations that we could get an item. All right.
A quick sploosh for fun.
Yes, of course.
I think I gotta wash off any bad vibes.
What sort of things are not viable checks under the tourney settings? What did they not include and why?
They didn't include things like, you know, going to the 50th floor of Savage Labyrinth or hitting Orca 500 times, or really anything that's like kind of boring or takes a really long time, because we should be able to complete this in less than 2 hours if we do this correctly. All right. So I need to kill this Boko Baba. And so there is actually a glitch that I did at the beginning of this area called storage, and I'm going to be attempting to use that when I open this chest so that I can just sort of walk up the geometry and get to the exit of this place without needing the data. So we got that chest.
Who knows what it contains?
Yeah.
We'll find out in a bit.
This is a little bit tricky. I want to make sure I don't void out here. There's a very small crack in the wall right here. All right, we still made it because the grotto extends infinitely low, so we got up here. All right, so I didn't get to see what was in that chest. Oh, it was a bottle. Excellent.
Oh, that's useful.
All right, we got the bottle. All right, now we're going to do that same storage glitch again, except this time we're going to do it off of this ledge right here. You can only get storage on or you need very specific, like, geometry.
Anything that would push you off a wall, essentially.
Yeah. All right, now we're going to open this one. So what this chest storage glitch does, it makes Link's hitbox really small, because when Link attempts to go into the chest, the developers made it so that his hitbox is really small, so he could actually reach in there to get the item. But with the storage glitch, we sort of interrupt what's actually, or the sequence of Link going into the chest, and we never get our regular hitbox back until we like reload the area, essentially. Alright, so using chest storage here, normally you'd need the bait bag and a highway pair to get into here. But with chest storage, first we gotta climb up onto here, and then we can just kind of slip through the crack of this gate and get down into Bird's Peak Rock.
And we'll find out another item that we just got from that other chest, which was
the telescope!
Oh.
Very useful.
Most useful item.
We can find our way in this randomizer.
We also know the Wind's Requiem and the Song of Passing right off the bat.
Which is a nice quality of life way of just making sure there's not a bunch of time wasted doing stuff that's might as well be default.
Oh, the Picto Box.
Another useful item.
So many useful items I've seen. I'm glad I vetted it.
Well, the Picto Box is actually useful in the randomizer because there are some side quests that we can do with that on Windfall Island.
I did notice that inside your inventory, you already have a number of Triforce shards.
Yes, that is
4
correct.
of them, 4 out of the 8, correct?
Yes. So the randomizer tourney settings that we use start off with 4 Triforce shards. Obviously, to complete the game, we need to eventually find the complete Triforce. So the last 4 Triforce shards that we have, or that we have to get, are all at the ends of 4 dungeons out of the 6 on the overworlds we want to go to. Also, I was not supposed to go to Outset. I wanted to go to Mother and Child Isles. Because we have a bottle, we can actually go heal Grandma now. There's actually another Grandma that we can go heal.
It's your sister. It's your sister.
It's our twin sister. She's unfortunately gotten sick. But we need to get a fairy first, so that's convenient that we got the bottle. But yeah, so not all chests are in logic, as I said. So for instance, the chest here in Mother and Child Isles is not in logic, so I do not have to check it because it is guaranteed to not have anything useful for the randomizer. But healing Grandma is actually useful for the randomizer because Grandma gives us Elixir Soup. That's one of the items that's not randomized. But along with giving us the Elixir Soup, Grandma also will give us a letter in the mail, which is part of the randomizer pool.
Oh, we do have post boxes on.
Yes, mail is on. I will have to use the Song of Passing to change it from day to night, though, for the letter to actually appear. Alright, so in addition to the Triforce, the other progression items that we need are things like the light arrows, and we also need things like the hookshot, the grappling hook, and the fully powered up Master Sword. Because the way this randomizer works is once we have the fully powered up Master Sword and the full Triforce, we can go down into Hyrule into Ganon's Tower to beat Ganon.
Too much Grandma.
Grandma and grandma action.
I don't like that.
Alright, bye, twin sister.
So where's our next check we're going to be heading to?
Next we're going to be heading to, well, after we change it from day to night, we're going to be checking the mail once, and then we're going to be heading to Windfall Island to do all the fun quests that we have to do there.
There are a lot of side quests on that island. Not all of them you do, because long side quests are disabled, correct?
Yes, that is correct.
But short side quests are enabled.
Yes. So things like forest water, like we're not going to have to do the forest water side quest.
Thank goodness, too.
A long side quest. What does Grandma have? Thank you.
She loves you.
I know, she's so generous. All right, I actually have to change it back to daytime for the Windfall quest stuff, so let's do that.
And a quick reminder to everybody out there, we're trying to hit $25,000 by the end of Calithon, which does end tonight, so if you can make a donation, it'd be very appreciated. Our good friend Shasta can help read them out as we go.
That's me. So you can chat a few donations if you have time for that as well, too.
Yeah, we have some time for a few donations.
All right, we got $10 from Mez Yoshi saying, "Hey guys, I'm so proud of the whole Calithon team for the amazing work you've been doing. Thank you so much. Also, best of luck to Jim. You have a wonderful community. We all send our love."
Thank you very much, Muzz.
Mez Yoshi also made,
Yeah, Muzz made the Calithon badges.
yeah, the Calithon badges especially. They're very, very nice. And thank you as well, too, for that.
Thank you.
Also, thank you, Adamus, for a $10 donation. Thanks to Mr. _ Shasta for the gift sub. Donation goes to his choice, aka me.
So first we're going to go visit Mrs. Marie.
Yes, she has some very undisciplined students that we have to go play games with to discipline them, apparently.
How devilish of you. Absolutely brutal.
Another nice quality of life change for the randomizer is that for whenever there's like a sequence of text that I have to go through, I can actually just hold the B button and the sequence of text will go through fully without me having to like mash the buttons to go through the text. So that's pretty nice.
There are so many quality of life fixes inside the Wind Waker randomizer. Like I've played quite a number of the Zelda randomizers at this point, and I think Wind Waker to me feels like it has the most good quality of life fixes. Bonks are still in the game though, so that one's that one's on you. Is there a game that we're going to be playing at all in this randomizer, or is that one off?
No, that one's off.
Dang, shoot.
I mean, if the seed is really good, we can come back and maybe have some fun with it.
If we have some extra time.
Yeah. All right, so hey,
Hey.
There we go.
all right.
How kind of her.
An actually useful item.
I don't know. Are the pearls useful? Because that means that it opens up the possibility of Tower of the Gods.
Okay, I didn't mention this, but the 4 dungeons that we need to go to get the 4 Triforce shards that I mentioned, those are all highlighted on the map. I didn't check to see which ones exactly they were, but the next time that I do a warp, I can check to see which ones they are.
Okay.
Yeah, so the 6 dungeons are Dragon Roost Cavern, Forbidden Woods, Tower of the Gods, Forsaken Fortress, Wind Temple, and Earth Temple. So 4 of those will be required to beat for the randomizer.
I forgot that's how tourney settings work. They
Yeah.
like not all settings of the randomizer make it so you have to complete the dungeons, but with the tournament settings, it guarantees that there will be a key item, like a Triforce Shard at the end.
Yeah, the only thing that race mode guarantees is a Triforce Shard at the end. So if you have everything else except like a single Triforce Shard, you can just like, you know, go beast mode through the dungeon.
Gotcha.
To get everything. Also, now we get to visit Tingle.
Always a pleasure.
Yeah. Tingle is actually very good because he has 2 items that he gives us for free.
I don't know who's creepier, Tingle or Grandma in the Link outfit.
Well,
Wait,
Tingle already wears green.
Can Tingle wear the Link outfit inside one of the models, or?
I don't think there is a Tingle model yet.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow, that seems like
That seems like a. It shows you where everybody's. Hey, power bracelets.
All right,
That's
power
nice.
bracelets. That's nice.
Please, sir, can I have another?
Now Grandma can really lift stuff.
Not as
Oh,
useful.
and the purple rupee. All right.
Money's useful. We do have to use money sometimes. Not a ton.
Yeah,
in
not a
this
ton. Like 50 rupees will get you through the entire randomizer. Or, well, actually, no, there's one check that requires 45 rupees. If you don't need that check, then you'll only need like a few, really. All right. Hello, pig. All right, so this is Tot. He's going to teach us a song, which will then give us an item, because this is randomizer. So Windfall is definitely like the place on the map that has the most checks we can do, which is why we come here relatively soon. The areas that I did beforehand, where I was doing all the chest storage and stuff, you usually have to end up going to those areas anyway. Oh yes, thank you. The fabled green chew jelly. Oh! It's not
Glad
working.
that they left that cutscene in.
Yeah.
Very important.
It's one of those things like the randomizer devs are like, you know, we can remove this. Alternatively, this one's worth it.
All right, down we go. Nice. There's one more kid we have to catch.
He's sneaking behind the bomb shop.
Oh my goodness.
Grandma's
Whoa.
looking so disappointed at him. So disappointed.
Alright, come back here, you. The patterns that the kids used to run in are the exact same every time, so I know where they're going to be. Oh boy.
Nice.
All-purpose bait.
You can catch any fish now.
You actually can use bait on the map fish in this randomizer to get hints about where certain items might be, but that's not something you can do until you have the bait bag.
Oh, there we
alright,
go.
the
Very
grappling hook.
nice.
That's what we need.
That opens up some fun in Dragon Roost Cavern now.
Yes, that does.
I don't know if it's required, though. I still have to see the map.
Yes. Alright, and then we get to this lovely cutscene. Alright, so because we have the Picto Box, there are still a bunch of checks that we can do here. So, to be able to do the Picto Box side quest, I first have to go in and just talk to Lenzo. We don't have to do the Picto Box side quest where we like take pictures of people around Windfall who are walking around. That's considered to be a long side quest, so we don't have to just wait while people are walking around Windfall to take pictures. One of the checks that we do have to do, though, which only happens at night, is the Mila check. So Mila normally gives you a bottle after you catch her in the act of attempting to steal Tsunari's like fortunes. But again, randomizer, so this is going to be something else that is hopefully not a bottle, because we already have a bottle. Although a second bottle is actually kind of nice. There's a glitch we can do with our Elixir Soup called Soup Glitch, which essentially allows us to use our soup infinitely by hitting the pause button and the button that has our soup on it at the same time and swapping out the bottle that has our soup with a different item, and then the soup won't get used. Also, ladder climbing animation is faster, which is nice.
So while Mila is walking around the island, we're going to hopefully get the windmill started.
Yes.
There's not much to do on Windfall during night, like while waiting around.
Yeah, ideally, like, if we had like say fire arrows right now, we could like shoot the lighthouse and make the transparent chest on the small island south of Windfall appear. But for now, we'll just be waiting for Mila. So if we have more donations, now is a perfect time.
We could make Grandma meow if.
All right, I'm interested in that. You're in that first.
I'm not sure like what. I'm too scared.
Don't risk it. Yeah, don't risk it.
I'm not gonna risk doing that. So we can just read donations.
Gotcha. In that case, we got $25 from the Shuver. Hey Jim, thanks for showing this off. I didn't know Grandma was a model. Well, I guess the possibilities are endless. I should have known after you tweeted something, someone making a Shaggy from Scooby-Doo model.
Yes, there is a Shaggy model that you can use for the Wind Waker randomizer.
You also had $30 from Allegro saying, hey guys, really wish I were at this event this week, but IRL things had to take priority. Good luck, Jim, on the randomizer, and hopefully we won't see the light arrows in the light arrow chest.
Yeah, hopefully we won't have to worry about that. I think we'll be good.
There was just a huge donation that came in too.
Yeah, just right now. You got $200 from Matt Luld. Saying, I love Wind Waker randomizers, and I love Jim's dominance of them. Good luck and have fun.
Thank you very much, Matt.
Fittingly for the large donation, the large
We
ruby
got
bag.
The large wallet.
She needed somewhere to put all those riches. So.
All right, so the wallet is actually good because when you get the wallet, you actually get an additional piece of mail that you can.
Oh, do you?
Get. Yes, you get the advertisement for Beetle's Rockspire ship, which has very expensive items. We're not going to buy any of them because expensive purchases aren't considered to be a part of the randomizer.
I never knew that was the flag. I'm learning things here today.
Yeah. All right, so now that the windmill's going, we can go to the top of Windfall right here. All right, so because I don't have the leaf, at least I don't think I do. Maybe. Who knows? We can sort of, we have to normally like ride the windmill all the way over to the top floor of Zunari's house, but we can just kind of get like in the middle of the windmill. If we wait just a little bit longer, we can jump down to it. All right.
We're in.
Nicely done.
So this check is nice because there are two chests right next to each other on this top level, which could potentially give us some good stuff.
They've always seemed like they give me good stuff. They're nice chests.
All right, bombs.
Bombs. Bombs. How about
What was Lenzo doing with bombs? Oh, golden feather. Excellent.
another excellent?
Yeah. Okay, so the actual Pictobox quest, Grandma does not fit in here.
She's gonna have some bruising on her cheeks.
Anyway, the next Pictobox quest that we're gonna do is catching Lenzo and my Neko being secret lovers.
Awkward.
And of course, like any rational person, will take a picture of them. So we
Show
need
that's
to-
a Pompey and Vera, I believe it is.
Yeah, Pompey and Vera. So the Gossip Girls, as they're known.
XOXO.
Here they are.
All right.
Windfall's gossip.
So we have
if
to talk
it's
to
right
them
in.
twice, and then we'll be showing them the picture. And then they'll realize that gossiping is wrong and we shouldn't do it.
That's what this text says.
Yeah.
Go frame by frame, I'm sure.
Oh, the deluxe Picto Box. Yes. Thank you. This is actually useful again because there's one quest with the deluxe Picto Box we can do. We're gonna take a picture of my Neko and then just kind of give it back to her, and she's like, "Oh, the woman in that picture looks so beautiful." Oh,
Are we gonna show it to her?
I thought we were. Oh well.
You have to talk to her again?
I don't think so. Let's try taking another picture, maybe.
She didn't like that one.
No? No. All right. Well, we'll come back and try to do that later, I guess.
She's not up for it today.
Oh, the overworld probably didn't update because we just got the deluxe Picto
Oh, that's
Box.
true. That's
Yeah.
true.
All right. So, oh, this is the bombs one. Oh boy, a letter. All right. So we
We'll
got
put that
the
right back where it
Yeah.
came from.
Well, we don't have the delivery bag, so we actually
Oh,
can't
you're right.
access our
You're
letters
right.
yet.
I don't know what to do with this letter. I don't have a bag for it.
Oh boy, more bombs.
Even
All right.
better.
We can carry 60 bombs now. All right, so we're gonna go in and out of this house right here just to update the overworld so that we can actually give a picture to my Neko.
Wind Waker randomizers are so much fun because there's always like something going on. And it's just nice because there's so many silly items in this game. It's fun. It
Yeah.
feels fun. It feels fun even when you're getting 1 rupees.
All right, there we go. All right, yeah, have a picture. Oh man, that's so beautiful. Ah, yes.
Oh, yes.
Thank you.
There
All
you
right.
go.
The
She
Iron
was
Boots.
clogging around Windfall earlier.
All All right, now we are done with all of our checks on Windfall. The next place we're going to be checking is Paw Print Isle over here, which has 5 things that we can get. Also, just for, let's see. Okay, so everything except Wind Temple and Forsaken Fortress.
Not doing Wind Temple is kind of nice, but
yeah,
Forsaken's pretty easy, which is unfortunate.
Yeah, the Forsaken Fortress is definitely the shortest one.
Yeah. Tower of the Gods is actually probably the worst one to get because you have to also make sure you find the 3 pearls beforehand. Or is it raised automatically?
It's raised once you find the 3 pearls.
Okay.
Yeah. All right, so this is one of the only overworld checks. Ah, the
Wow.
Maple Leaf.
Oh, nice. Man, we're getting some good items here early.
Yeah, we are. I mean, usually early on you tend to get a bunch of like good items because you're supposed to be sort of led on by the game of where you need to go next. So in Paw Print Isle, there's 1 chest you can get like without any items. But if you have the grapple hook and either the bombs or the power bracelets, you can get the other 3 chests that are in here. So we'll be getting everything inside here. Hopefully one of them will be the delivery bag, and then we can do what we need to do with Maggie's letter. Okay, let's grab the hook out. The choo-choos. Okay, so we can skip the first grapple target. Oh.
Hello? Hello?
Hello.
Pay attention to me.
Yeah, the chew was right behind us where we were trying to, or where the grapple hook extends off of the character model. Alright. We're coming upon our first chest. Grandma has really good arm strength. The Cabana Deed. Alright.
That gives us 2 things, right? It's 2 things?
Yeah, but we still can't access it because no delivery bag.
Right.
Alright, so with the power bracelets, Grandma has super strength. Could alternatively use the bombs, but that's a little bit slower. Another letter.
Wow.
Oh man, we're getting lots of delivery bag stuff even though we don't have the delivery bag.
These letters have no bag to put them in.
Grandma's so strong.
Treasure charts. Treasure charts are not useful.
You'll see them plenty usually inside a randomizer.
Yeah, treasure charts and heart pieces. I mean, our grandma already gave us a heart container, so. More
There's another
treasure
one.
charts. Yeah. All right. So now we're going to do a save warp to get out of Paw Print Island, and now we'll probably just be heading off to Dragon Roost.
Because you can do that one in its completion right now, right?
We should be able to, yes.
Yeah, because we have grappling hook. And also, we are not playing with any key sanity settings during tournament.
Yeah.
Where it is possible that you can, during a randomizer, shuffle the keys in. So you could find a Dragon Roost Island key, like Grandma might have under her house.
Yeah, you might find the first Dragon Roost key at the bottom of Savage Labyrinth, for all you know.
Right. Which obviously would add quite a number of time to this run.
He's very appropriately named. You have to be insane.
So that right there was a little skip called Rock Skip. Just allows us to get up to this area a little bit quicker. So additionally, I think we mentioned this earlier, but all the cutscenes that we'd normally watch have been removed from the randomizer, so we don't have to watch like any of the questing cutscenes that would happen here.
Which is nice.
Yes.
And they also conveniently removed the whole medley interaction here too.
Yeah. Going to need the Deku Leaf. Just use the Deku Leaf to fly across. There's some pretty cool strats that you can do in like early dungeons where you're not supposed to have a bunch of later items. We also have sped up block pulling and pushing animations, which is nice. Is Grandma gonna fit through here? Yes, okay. Alright, so this is Dragon Roost Cavern. There's only 1 chest you can get before you go to this locked door, so this is guaranteed to have a small key basically every time. It is not possible for it to not have a small key in the tournament settings. So in total, Dragon Roost Cavern has 4 keys. If I had the bow, I could actually do a pretty interesting strat here, which would allow me to go through the dungeon backwards, but it doesn't look like we'll be able to do that unless we get the bow in one of the chests up here. Okay. Hello. I'm trying to do storage again with a Wind Waker dive. Alright, there we go. It's going to skip the small cutscene that we'd normally have to watch here. And because we have power bracelets, Grandma's going to pick up a rock again.
I never considered being able to lift that rock up.
Alright, so we're going to go through the beginning area of Dragon Roost Cavern a little bit backwards. We're not supposed to go this way, but because we have bombs, we can do this. So we can get this chest right here. One of these two chests will have a small key at least. Alright, yeah, so that's the first one. And then we'll go get the next chest over here. This chest over here normally contains the map. The maps and compasses are also in their respective dungeons, so we will probably end up getting both of those. Oh,
the Master Sword.
All right, excellent.
That's good to see.
Yeah.
But of course, it is not the fully powered Master Sword. We still need to upgrade our Master Sword twice more before it's what we design.
Yeah. All right, so we're going to... Oh, okay, we still made it. We're actually going to go and check the boss key chest now because we're able to do that since we do have the grapple hook. And also, the warp pot that I just blew up back there with a bomb, that warp pot is not in the vanilla game, but the randomizer actually adds warp pot shortcuts in between dungeons, which is very nice. So if, for instance, we can't complete Dragon Roost Cavern during this first trip for whatever reason, I can use a warp pot in another dungeon to come back here very quickly.
Save some overworld movement, which is, again, one of those really nice quality of life things that they put in the randomizer, which I really appreciate personally.
So don't need to use the grapple hook because we have the Deku Leaf. So as far as the Master Sword goes, there's 3 Master Sword upgrades that we have to get the fully powered up Master Sword. And those upgrades are progressive, meaning that no matter which one you get first, you'll always get the first iteration of the Master Sword. The second one will all give you the second iteration. Same thing with the third. Alright, excellent, the small key. So we likely did actually have to come in here, which is nice, because that check does take a little bit to go through. It's probably the longest check in all of Dragon Roost to go out of the way for. So now we're going to do a save warp to get back to the beginning of the dungeon. And save warping will also conveniently refill up our magic, so that we don't have to worry about like getting more magic or anything. Hello. Mr. McCoblins.
Now, there's one convenient chest we can get that usually you can't get until after you get the grappling hook, which a lot of, I think, vanilla players will ignore, which is this one right here. And that's the bait bag. Now we can feed those fish.
Yeah, now we can feed the fish.
Is the pig on outset a check?
No, that is not a check. Yeah, since we have bombs, we can just blow up all these wooden barriers. Additionally, if we had fire arrows, we'd be able to just shoot a fire arrow at them and burn them. Oh, Frank, what are you doing?
Frank?
Frank. That's what the Bokoblin is named.
It's nice of him to wear a name tag for your convenience.
Climbing up this ladder. Normally you'd have to do like a small puzzle to get a bomb flower, but nope. Card Rock was very interested in us.
I'm surprised he didn't take any damage from the large,
Just
the larger rock.
rock right in the face.
Alright, so additionally, all the Gossip Stone text has been removed from this game, so we don't have to like talk to the King of Red Lions right here or anything. Just continue on our way. Alright, so there should be a small key in one of these next 3 checks. There's one more small key we need. Alright, excellent. Got all the small keys now.
And one of these will eventually be the big key, too.
Well, I mean, yes, that's true. If I know that, if, for instance, if there's only one chest left, and I know that it has the big key, I can actually, okay, well, never mind.
Just do the boss key skip.
There is a boss key skip I could do.
Right.
Although, additionally, if like, I know that the last 2 checks contain the map and compass, I can just simply skip those. So if we're lucky, that might happen here. We'll just have to see. So this item's out in the open with the Cardarok. That looks like the compass. Yeah. Alright, so we got the compass. That's our last small key usage. We will have to take the burning stick through this room, because we need to light 2 torches to get out. Before we do that, though, there's one check here. It's very hard to see on this TV. Yeah. The hero's bow.
Good thing we checked.
Yes. There's my...
The bow is also progressive, right?
Yes, the bow is additionally progressive. So there are 3 progressive bows that you can get in the randomizer. The first one will give you the regular hero's bow. The second one will give you fire and ice arrows, and the third one will always give you the light arrows. So we need to find all 3 of those bow progressions. So because we have the Master Sword does double damage. Hey, an arrow drop. So defeating these enemies is much quicker. Oh, how convenient. Oh, nice. How convenient of this stick to fly over here. Stick physics are kind of janky in this game. Alright, this is normally a treasure chart. Let's see what it has for us. Hook
Oh, the
shot.
hook shot.
Alright, excellent.
Man, Dragon Roost Cavern has been giving us some nice stuff. Loaded.
Yeah. I mean, I think due to how the game like just randomized the items, it really wanted us to go to Dragon Roost Cavern first.
Right.
I mean, there wasn't really much else we could do. Like, I could have gone to Forbidden Woods first, for instance, because I had the Dagger Leaf, but that technically would have broken the logic that the game would have wanted me to follow. Because the logic only believes that you can get to Forbidden Woods if you already have the grapple hook. Or no, we already did. We also did have the grapple hook, so I could have gone to Forbidden Woods too.
In fact, it'll probably be our next place to go hang out.
Yeah. Whatever. Lift this up, skip the cutscene.
Do you have time for a quick donation?
Sure.
Alright, we got $5 from Quill saying, it's a shame I never had the pleasure to fully play this game, but I love watching it. Good luck, Gymnast. And shouts to the lovely individual hosting right now. Also $75 from Bandit Otis with no message. Thank you very much. Your donations are appreciated.
Well on our way to that 25K goal.
Nothing's more frightening than a grandma with a bomb walking into your
Yeah.
Grandma's gonna mess you up.
Yeah. She's gonna really take a stab at this mob one here. Out. Alright, so obviously Medley's not here, but in her place is this convenient treasure chest.
The medley chest.
Yeah. Oh boy, me. Alright, I should have probably checked the chests that are in the boss key room. Or not the boss key room. The boss door room. Because if I checked those and those didn't have the map, then I would have been able to skip this next check that I'm about to do for this room down here. So it's a good thing that I opened up the warp pod. That's an inter-dungeon warp pod, so, or intra, I don't know what the prefix is. It's for the dungeon, so it's not going to take me to some other dungeon. Obviously, we can only warp to dungeons that we've broken the warp pods of, so we can't, like, randomly go to Forbidden Woods right now. Goodbye.
Really?
That guy has always been very bad at his job.
Yeah.
He falls off every day.
You just have to walk in a straight line, dude.
Yeah, so killing the enemies in this room makes this chest appear. Getting down here is a little bit awkward, so hopefully I don't fall in the lava.
Aha.
Useless anyway.
My
but,
favorite treasure chart, treasure chart 11.
yes. So I'm going to save warp here, just to refill my magic, and then I'll be taking the warp pot back to the boss door room.
But the good news, despite seeing the treasure chart there, we had to check it anyway because that means no matter what, it would have been something that was of interest.
Bakoba just hit the other Bakoba.
Yeah, the friendly fire in this game is pretty good. Alright, so let's see here. We need the grapple hook. Let's get out the hook shot. With the hook shot, we can very quickly get over to these chests on the other side. Aim at them.
One of these will have the map, one of them will have
Something else, yeah.
something interesting, hopefully.
So if this first one doesn't have the map, then I can skip the other one. Of course it has the map, though. So.
Lost the 50-50.
Alright, so even though we have the boss key, I could probably just attempt the boss key skip once, just to show it off. It's pretty simple. Just gotta climb up here. Just one more time. Oh, this lovely magtail over here. There we go. So yeah, using the Dagger Leaf, we can fly out of bounds. And even though we had the boss key, this was technically slower, but I like to show that off.
And now to defeat Goma,
Yeah.
which is very vanilla, very simple.
Yeah. We do actually have the luxury of sped up grapple hook animations, though, because in the original game, the grapple hook takes a very long time to try to get to where it wants to go. So they sped that up. This randomizer. And I'm used used to playing the HD version of this game where Goma lags a lot, and you have to do like strategies to reduce the lag. But that's not the case here, thankfully. So I can look at Goma all I want and hopefully not get hit by any of the flaming rocks that come down. Crap. Okay, so for this last cycle of the first phase, we want to be behind Goma so that when we grab a hook around and land in front of her, we will be able to instantly grab her over here. That's going to hit me. Like that. So yeah, we want to land in front of her so that we can instantly grapple her again when we begin the next phase. Grandma's just smiling.
Just having a great time.
My grandson isn't available today, but I'll take the job.
Oh, hello. Weird. Damage calculation is a bit off there, it seems.
Well done, Grandma.
Yes, good job, Grandma.
Link has school today, but I'll take care of things.
Alright, so yeah, as we explained earlier, this is guaranteed to give us a piece of the Triforce, because it's the boss of the dungeon. So obviously, normally the bosses would give you a heart container, but the heart containers have also been randomized. Here's our piece of the Triforce. Grandma's real happy. So I'm going to side hop into the piece of the Triforce here, actually, so that it skips the animation of the character going like, hey, look at what I got. It saves like a second. And additionally, there's no cutscene that we have to watch after this, so we'll just warp Grandma back out to Dragon Roost Island, and we'll be on our way.
Are we going right over to Forest Haven, or are we going to make some side trips as well?
I believe we'll probably make a side trip to Diamond Step right now. Once I get the hook shot, I really like to go to Diamond Step because I feel like that's sort of like the hook shot check, if that makes any sense.
Yeah.
Hook shots. So we'll use the Ballad of Gales to go down to Diamond Step and then sail one quadrant in the northwestern direction to get to Diamond Step.
Is the Golf Island not?
Golf
not
Island is not a part of this now.
Unfortunate. Does that count as a mini game? Is that what it counts as, or?
I'm not sure actually. I think it might just be miscellaneous
I
or
got you.
something. I'm not sure. I didn't make the logic for this game.
Right.
I just know what's required for the tournament settings. So I have to be careful. I don't want to sail in a straight line to Diamond Step from where I warp to, because then I'll end up hitting a Big Octo, and Big Octos are not a check for Randomizer, so be avoiding this Big Octo. We can see where the Big Octo is because there's like a nice set of seagulls flying around there, so that's where the Big Octo is if we were to fly in there. But yeah, so hookshot is required for Diamond Step right here because you need it to get up. You can get up it without the hookshot using a bunch of different glitches, but it's not really worth it to do that check until you have the hookshot. Just because the hookshot makes it easier, and you know that then you may be required to go in here. All right. There's some pretty cool strats in here that we can do. So for this first chest up here, let's see, this should work. Oh, no, it's too far to the right. I'm used to doing this with Link's model, not Grandma's model, so
Just a slight difference in head size.
yeah. Okay, if this doesn't work again, it's okay. Make sure we target the wall to get the proper angle here. I'm looking at the wrong part. One more time. I'm lining up the right foot with a particular texture on the ground. Alright. No, that's okay. Essentially, I was trying to do a clip to get into there. But thankfully, it's possible for us to just get around here without that. Alright. Oh, no. Alright. I surrender. We'll go into the warp pod. Okay. I mean, I do have soup, so I could refill my magic if I have the need to. Alright, so the first chest we're actually going to get once I can jump up onto platforms.
The Diamond Step has not been our island today.
No. Alright, and there we go. Okay, so there's a floor over here, except it doesn't exist. So, there we go.
What?
Yeah.
Has that always been like that?
That's always been like that. And then we can use the hook shot to get up to the chest here.
I feel educated. Educated and entertained.
Alright, so submarine chart. Actually, wait. Oh, yeah, that's right. Get down here. Alright, now we will go back and see the other chart. So we get the other one going through this warp pod. And here we are. Except the floor master decided to not grab us. The command melody. Alright, excellent.
That's useful for Tower of the Gods, especially.
Yeah, since we know that's required, it's really good to find that now.
Yeah, it's gonna be... It's required for the logic of Tower of the Gods, but it's more importantly useful in Earth Temple also. Actually, thinking about it, I probably could have completely skipped the command melody, logically, but it wouldn't really be a good idea to just try to do without having practiced the tricks that are necessary. Because it is possible for me to go through the entirety of Earth Temple and Tower of the Gods without using the command melody, but again, it's much safer to actually have the command melody. Alright, so for getting into Forbidden Woods, normally you'd have to go through Forest Haven and all that kind of stuff, but we already have the Dagger Leaf, so we're going to do a cool trick right here we're going to jump out of the boat. Actually, hold on, I need to change the wind direction with the Swift Sail. There we go. We're going to jump out of the boat into this cyclone, and then use the leaf immediately once we jump out. And up we go. So normally you'd have to, like, use the grapple hook and go through some Baba Buds inside Forest Haven, but thanks to that cyclone, we can just go from the outer world up into here.
It's amazingly a pretty large time save, in all honesty.
Alright, into the Forbidden Woods. Alright, what items do I want here? Probably going to want
There's a little bit of deviating from the vanilla path inside this dungeon. Not a ton, but a little bit.
Ah, another bottle. Alright, that'll be useful if I want to do a super glitch. Alright, so this next room, there is actually a new strat in this room that I could use, but I haven't practiced it, so I will not be doing it. Also, Grandma's arms are really buff. Like, look at these. She's shooting the bow.
It's not all the power bracelet. Grandma's also a little school.
The dungeon map. Alright.
Good to have that out of the way.
Yeah.
Not think about it.
So there's one more chest in this room. We have to... No, hold on. I was not supposed to do that. Let's try that again. Yeah, you can just reach this Baba by just holding forward the whole time. So if we have any donations right now, it's a good time to read them.
We actually don't currently, but I can plug something if need be as well too.
Alright, yeah, that's fine.
So might as well tell us what we're doing here, or might as well say what we're doing here in that case. If you know what this is, it's Calithon 2019. It is a charity spearing marathon that would be benefiting Direct Relief. We're live now actually from Direct Relief headquarters in Santa Barbara, California. And Direct Relief is a humanitarian aid organization active in all 50 states and more than 80 countries with a mission to improve the health and lives of people affected by poverty or emergencies without regard to politics, religion, or ability to pay. It's a very good cause, and you all should consider donating for it for sure.
And there we go, the big key.
Alright, excellent.
There is a big key skip now in this game, or is it HD only?
No, there's always been a big key skip.
Oh, okay.
With chest storage.
Okay. Is there one in HD?
Yeah, there was recently a new one found.
Yeah,
for
you
HD.
showed me that one recently.
Yeah. Alright. So we've gone through pretty regularly so far. You may notice that we don't have the boomerang right now. So if we actually don't find the boomerang in this dungeon, that's okay, because I actually know how to defeat Kalademos without the boomerang. So we will be doing that if it comes down to it. Wait a minute, hold on.
And the boomerang is far from a required item in the game.
Yeah. Well, it's required. The game technically requires it in logic if Forbidden Woods is required. Just have to see. Okay, excellent. There's our one small key. And so right there, I did a trick called a leaf pump. A leaf pump is not simply doing a leaf attack, which is what using the leaf button while flying is. So doing a leaf pump is putting away the leaf and then immediately taking it back out, and it allows you to preserve height while you're flying, so that you can like get to places that you normally wouldn't be able to get to.
That makes sense. Just temporarily put away your parachute, and you'll maintain your height.
Yes. So we can use the grapple hook from down here. And these routes are slow, so we're just gonna go this way. Yeah, we can do that when we get back. There's a warp pod up there that I probably want to open. Just in case.
The Morph Pit.
The Morph Pit.
They are here.
Alright. Oh boy, more money.
A whopping 200.
It's a good thing we have the largest wallet.
No rupee goes wasted.
Not today.
So this room has 2 chests in it. This first one is normally the compass.
Dense
excellent.
Pearl.
Dense
Nice.
Pearl.
1 to go. Tower of the Gods.
Alright, so we can kind of squeeze through here with damage invincibility so I don't have to go through the entire maze. So I get to this next chest.
Oh, there he is! Wow,
Hey.
what a room! What a room! Tower of the Gods is ready to go now.
Yeah.
And we have the bow, so...
Yeah, we could
And,
go to
and
Tower
the
of
leaf.
Gods.
Yeah, Tower of the Gods and Command Melody. Boom. Tower of the Gods is ready to... So what do we need for Earth Temple then, right now?
We need the mirror shield.
Right,
well,
the Mirror Shield.
actually, we could get through the Earth Temple if we get the light arrows.
That's true. That's
Also.
true.
Do mirror shield skip.
Mirror Shield or Light Arrow is what we need to get to the Earth Temple. And that is all we need for dungeons. Obviously, we still need a little bit more for G-Dwarf, but...
Yeah. Alright, so...
Progress is being made pretty quickly right now. It's feeling
Yeah.
good. It's feeling happy.
Oh, I just realized I didn't get the warp pod. No, that's okay. I'm gonna go do the boomerang room next. Or boomerang mini-boss room. Even though I don't have the boomerang, and if I don't get the boomerang in here, I can simply shoot the switches to get out with the bow, so it shouldn't be too much of an issue.
Everyone's always got a smile on her face.
She's having a good day.
Alright, so bow makes this fight trivial.
Leave. Is that guy's name Mothula? Morthula? Something like that?
Yeah, Mothula.
Mothula.
Let's get his orb. Thanks for the golden feather. Oh, the wind god's aria.
AKA not required.
Oops.
Yeah, we don't need that. Alright. Yeah, so we also are on the lookout for the Earth God's Lyric. Again, we technically don't need it. I could do some strats to skip all the Earth God's Lyric uses, but...
We wouldn't mind it.
Yeah. All these P-hats, they're kind of annoying. So there's one chest that's very high up in this room, which we need the grapple hook to get to. Oh, he's coming for us. Sir, please go away. Thank you.
How embarrassing for him. He bonked.
Alright, so it's faster to just use the leaf to get up here, instead of having to go to the second grapple spot. And I'll just use the hook shot now. Waiting for more root cycles. You can use the hook shot right here, and then hook shot to the chest because it comes into view. A compass. Oh boy. Now we know where everything is. Alright, so use a bomb. Poke the bomb.
I've never once used my hookshot to explode a bomb. or this.
Or yeah, get rid of
or
these.
this. Silliness.
Alright. The Knight's Crest. Oh boy, it's the one Knight's Crest.
Only a few more to go.
Yeah. Alright, so we don't have the boomerang. But thankfully there is still a way that I can get down to the lower part of Forbidden Woods, doing what's known as a ledge clip. Also, I'm gonna reveal this warp pod right here, which I'll be using to come back later. Okay, so So I need to get all the way up against the wall. I'm going to use a bomb to clip myself through this ledge so I can get out of bounds in this room. And then just get out of the water, and then use the leaf. And now we're in the lower part of the room. Okay. Yeah, it should be enough magic. Right. Thankfully, there's grass here that's guaranteed to have magic right off to the left. Very convenient. All right. This chest.
Yeah,
the mirror shield.
there's
Excellent.
Now, pretty much, it's dungeon. You got all the dungeons ready to go.
Oof. Right there.
Obviously, Earth God's Lyric would help, but
Yes. All right, so we're also still looking out for more Master Sword upgrades.
that too. Yeah.
For the light arrows.
That are still necessary.
If you notice on the map, there's actually 2 chests in this room. One of those is actually the Tingle chest. Every dungeon has 1 Tingle chest, but the Tingle chests aren't in logic, so I don't have to worry about chests.
You didn't bring your Game Boy Advance with you today?
No, I didn't. Oh, the note. Wow, we have all the mail stuff except for the delivery bag. The postman or the post service is going to be very happy once we get a delivery bag.
They're gonna make 20 cents off of you today.
Yeah. All right. So now, normally you'd need the boomerang to cut down this red flower and make your way around to get to the other side of this room. But with some clever leaf pumping, you can actually get there without the red flower.
Of course, leaf pumping lets you lose less of your height as you're descending.
Yeah, the Octoroks are not a fan of this. I did kind of try to cut the corner a little risky, so we won't do that the next time.
Go nice and wide.
Yeah.
The big safe strat.
Reload this room so we can get more magic from the grass. Actually, I guess I could do soup glitch to give myself some more soup. Because I have multiple bottles, I can use the soup glitch to actually put soup in multiple other bottles.
We're going nice and wide this time.
All right, made it. Oh.
No, we.
The camera got really weird.
Yeah, it did. It's Grandma's big head, is what it is.
Grandma's big head. That's okay, though. Yeah, so this time I can show off the soup glitch, which will refill our magic and give us back our health that we lost from that. Yeah, so I tried to save it right there when I didn't have enough height. I probably should have tried jump slashing, but additionally what I could have done is I could have tried to grab the ledge instead out of using the leaf. Okay, so I have to press 2 of these buttons at the same time here.
Both pause and the soup button.
I guess she just...
She just injects it directly into
Injects
her
it directly.
neck. What is happening, Grandma? That's not how you eat soup.
Excuse me, she's the soup expert. I think she should know.
That was something else.
All right. All right, so now we actually have 2 bottles of soup, if you saw there on the inventory screen. I pull out a bomb here to skip a small animation to save like a second. There's a very small crack between this gate and the floor right here. So
Really?
use the hook shot to get in. Just like that. Oh, there
Hey,
we go.
Earth God's
Earth
Lyric!
God Lyric.
Man, everything we were talking about, it just keeps showing up.
I don't know. This seed, it's just like, here, take everything. You need
Yeah.
it. And then it's going to be like the last Master Sword upgrade.
The last Master upgrade's gonna be somewhere big dumb. I shouldn't have said that. I should not have said that.
All right, so now we're going to use the warp pot to get back to the main room here. There's still one more check that we can do in this dungeon, which is the room right before the boss door room. But we also don't have the boomerang still, so we will see a boomerangless Calithon fight.
I'm going to be real honest with you. It did not look like Grandma's head fit in that warp pot.
Yeah, probably not. Pull out another bomb. Thankfully, since we got the biggest, or one of the bigger bomb bags, we have lots of bombs to spare. Goodbye. Yeah, normally this chest right here has a joy pendant. Hopefully it has something a little more useful this time. Oh, yes, a red rupee.
Much more useful. You could buy 2 arrows with that.
Yeah. All right, so we got the boss, or we got the big key, excuse me, not boss key in this game. Okay, so without the boomerang, I'm not able to cut down the tentacles on top of Calithon. Or actually, I could with the bow, but there's a much more interesting way we can do this fight by simply chucking bombs up here into Calithon. Alright, so that bomb did damage. I need to throw 4 bombs up at Calithon to do damage from here. Alright, actually, I'm also going to save, because there is a very small chance this could soft lock, which we obviously don't want. Just to make sure of that. It's a little bit tricky because Calithon likes to move around, just like that bomb right there didn't hit. He also likes to move up and down. That's 3, so just 1 more. Alright, nice.
There we go.
So this creates kind of like a glitched cutscene right here where the flower is still like all up and alive despite the fact that Calithon died.
Another piece of cheese.
Another piece of cheese. Okay, so it looks like we won't be soft blocking. That's obviously very good. We will get our piece of cheese. We will not be talking to Makar. This is the only time we will see Makar in the randomizer because we don't have to go to Wind Temple.
Bye, buddy.
Bye-bye.
Sorry for blowing you up.
And additionally, this also gives us something that we can get in the mail from Orca. Because when you beat Forbidden Woods normally, Orca, that's when Orca says that you can come back to him for like the test of the hero, or like essentially where you have to hit him 500 times in a row for a heart piece, which we will not be doing, thankfully. All right, so the mailbox will be all jumping for joy right here with our letter. Oh, 2 letters actually. Oh yeah, because we also got Ferore's Pearl, which is another trigger for a letter. From Kamale's father. Money!
Thanks, Orca.
Oh, 500 rupees!
Wow.
Lucky you.
Yeah.
That's a randomizer special item
Yeah.
right there. There's no such thing as the rainbow rupee.
Yeah. Alright, so next we're going to be going to Tower of the Gods.
I really like her bracelets.
So stylish.
Tower of the Gods should be an easy one to
Yeah,
get through.
because we already have the bow, and we already have everything we need to go through. This is where the portal down to Hyrule will be once we have the completed Triforce and the fully powered up Master Sword.
So Jim, what are you thinking for this run right now? We're about an hour in. Do you think it's going to be quicker than that 2-hour estimate?
Yes, this should hopefully be under 2 hours, unless I end up making all the wrong decisions for some reason, which hopefully won't happen.
I'm just wondering if there's a possibility for some incentive to go do some sinking ships that we could set. Do you think that's in the realm of possibility?
Maybe. I don't know. We'd have to see later.
How about we call it in a little bit?
Yeah. See what we get here in Tower of the Gods first.
If we can find some Master Sword upgrades, then obviously we'll feel a little bit better.
Yeah. Master Sword.
Or arrows.
Or arrows, yeah. Progressive arrows. Yeah, your bubble.
Because actual Triforce-wise, we're sitting pretty.
Yeah. Oh, another Knight's Crest. Did Orca randomize this? Big key. All right.
Huh?
So I'm going to need to take these sticks here. We light this one on fire so that I can go down and get these 2. This will make a chest.
This has to be the key, right?
No,
Not necessarily.
Not necessarily. There's
Yeah.
still 2 more chests that could potentially be the key.
If it is the key, that'll help.
Well, not necessarily.
Oh, yeah.
Because we are going to, okay, anyway. Because we are going to skip the actual puzzle that's required to make the waterfall part here.
That's what that was the piece of the puzzle, commentary-wise, I was missing.
Yeah.
I forgot we could just skip this floor anyway.
Yeah, so I mean, if I hadn't gotten the small key in that chest, and then I hadn't gotten the small key in this next chest that I'm going to check, that means that I could have skipped the very last chest on the first floor.
Which does take a bit to get to.
Yeah, alright. So this is normally the map chest, I believe. Let's see what it has for us today. Ah, yes.
There we
Excellent.
go.
Another Master
There
Sword
you go.
upgrade.
One to go.
We just choose.
So outside dungeons right now, where we have like other than the Triforce piece, we have 2 more checks we're looking for, 1 more Master Sword, 2 more arrows, and
Yes.
then we're pretty much
Then
good
we're pretty
to
much
go.
set, yeah. Okay, so to get to this last room over here, I'm going to be doing another ledge clip right here. So I can get out of bounds to get behind this giant gate. That normally you'd need to go into this room that's like not loaded right now that I would be in to get a statue for. Super swim.
Perhaps later.
So we gotta put the statues down on these, or gotta put one statue down, then we just stand on the next one.
Very difficult puzzle.
This door. Tower of the Gods really likes that kind of puzzle. Alright, so I'm gonna be pushing this block. So be in line here. We have to carry a lit torch across these blocks to light those 2 torches over there.
It'd be nice if we had fire arrows, but
Yeah,
unfortunately, not quite yet. This chest could have fire arrows.
it could. That's definitely possible. Yeah, so after we get this chest, we're gonna be safe warping because it's we're kind of trapped here behind the gate that we never opened. So safe warp. The other small key. Oh, so I could have skipped this, but that's
Would have
okay.
been hard to tell.
Yeah, I wouldn't have been able to know if that was necessary or not. And in addition to getting us back behind the gate that we didn't unlock, this also refills our magic for the... We're going to be doing the same ledge clip again that we used to get back behind that gate, except we're going to be going the other way to make it to the hallway, which is behind that waterfall back there. Break these pots once again. These pots are always guaranteed to have, like, magic rupees and bombs. Here. Alright. Just some more leaf pumps. And there we go, we skipped the waterfall. Unfortunately, that's about as big as skips in Tower of the Gods get. The dungeon is very streamlined to the point where we can't really do any more sequence breaking in it. I mean, it's not really necessary when we have to check most of it anyway, but in the event that, like, say, we only had 1 Triforce piece left that we had to get, and it was in Tower of the Gods, we'd still have to go through a majority of the dungeon to get to it.
There are some nice little small little movement optimizations in rooms, but nothing major. A few like early like items.
Yeah, I'm not going to be getting that inter-dungeon warp pot because the warp pots are actually sectioned off into 2 sets of 3. So with warp pots, you can go between. One of the sets is Dragoner's Cavern, Forbidden Woods, and Tower of the Gods, and the other set is Forsaken Fortress, Wind Temple, and Earth Temple. So because I already went to Dragoner's Cavern and Forbidden Woods, it is not necessary for me to go back to them, so I don't have to open that warp pot. And additionally, because Earth Temple is the only one in the second set that I'll be going to, I'm not going to open up the one in Earth Temple either. Defeat these 2 Armos, and get this chest right here.
Sup, Grandma?
How you doing?
Sneaky girl.
The compass. Always got to get a good compass.
Do you have time for quick donation? Yeah.
Yeah.
Alright, we got $10 from OMG, it's Monica, saying, "Nice operation 20k Calithon. That's awesome. Looking on the run, Gymnast, smiley face."
Thank you very much, Monica.
I also want to plug as well, too, that last year we had raised $26,000 for direct relief, and want to beat that total this year as well, too. If we get to over 26,000 by the end of the event, that'd be really, really awesome. We have just over 10 hours left of the entire event, so get your donations, everybody, if you want us to help us beat last year's total.
Okay, so there's actually an interesting way that we can get this statue up here. If we're crawling, we can just come up from the animation and pick up the statue through the floor.
That is like the most mind-blowing trick I got taught in 2018. It's like this game's been out for this long, and I'm just now learning about stuff like that still. Which one of these why I honestly like Tower of the Gods as a dungeon. There's a lot of really small little things that are like they're not necessary. They're cute.
Yeah. It's like, oh yeah, that's a cute 2-frame time saver you did there.
Like a lot of the stuff in Tower of the Gods mostly helping work skip the command melody stuff,
Yeah.
which we wouldn't by vanilla learn here, but instead something else is gonna happen. Who knows what?
Oh. Grandma's singing along. Oh. Ah, yes, there we go.
Wow.
Fire and ice arrows.
A good song, Grandma.
So yeah, fire and ice arrows are pretty nice. That's actually going to help speed up the Godin fight. Which we'll explain more once we get to it. Some more magic here. Because I already have the bow, I can just shoot this ice switch right now. I'm also going to want to get an arrow refill somewhere, but this is Tower of the Gods, so those should be plentiful. Away. Alright, so there's a large gap in this room. Normally you'd need to use the command melody to get the statue across to the other side, but there's a pretty cool side hop that we can do to get around that. Because the edges of this wall, or not the edges of this wall, the edges of this room we can stand on, and with a very precisely angled side hop,
We can get around this. So I'm going to be inching myself over to the edge here.
okay,
And then by lining up the B button with this texture,
and side hop and get around that.
That's such a fun one.
Alright, off to the mini boss. Go away.
What a bubble duty.
Alright, so as far as like non-progressive items or items that aren't needed to get into Hyrule, I'm still missing the Skull Hammer, which
Oh, yeah.
is something that we need. We need it specifically in Earth Temple. Assuming that if the logic works out really well, I may not end up needing it for Earth Temple, but most likely I will end up needing it. Alright.
It's one of those things where it'd be better to have so that way we don't have the mistake having to come back and try to find it out in the world.
Yeah.
So is there the possibility that Wind Temple and dungeons could have progression items in them still, just
no.
not Triforce, or are they just completely locked off?
They do not have any progressive items in them, so
Okay,
we don't have to
okay.
go to them at all.
Well, that's nice.
Yeah. Also, another useless treasure chart. Maybe it leads to another rupee. Get rid of that guy. The bubbles here can be kind of annoying sometimes. Do our best to avoid this one.
Powerful. You didn't have to kill him in that instance. That was revenge. Oh,
Oops.
karma. The bubbles karma.
Yeah, let's try this again. Bit low on magic, but that's okay. I still have the soup that I can use basically infinitely. So it's not an issue.
Just shove a little more soup into your neck.
Yeah. All right, we got the soup injection going on. It's about an hour and 7 minutes in. I'd say this is pretty good. If we can find like the Skull Hammer and the last arrow upgrade fast, then we're probably going to be in pretty good shape here to finish well under 2 hours.
Yeah.
But again, we have no idea where those items are, so
Better to play it safe.
yeah.
And no matter what, we still have to go through all of Earth Temple, which that's a relatively fast dungeon. It's optimized pretty well, but
If you are in quote-unquote go mode, when you start at Earth Temple, are there some pretty major skips you can do to get through it faster to the Triforce piece?
Yes, it's very fast to get through Earth Temple if all I need is the Triforce piece at the end. And additionally, if that's all that's necessary, I could skip using the Skull Hammer if I happen to not find it anywhere. A Triforce chart, that's new.
despite what you may think, it does not lead
Yeah.
to a Triforce.
this room over here, there are 2 chests that we can check. I will need the bow here. I'm getting a bit low on arrows. Hopefully I don't miss any of the shots that I need to make. There are 2 bow shots that I need to make in this room specifically. Ah, yes, the dungeon map, of course. So we'll line this one up carefully. Alright. Oh, missing platform. Alright, and then shooting that one makes this last chest appear. Wait for the platform now. Actually, I can just use the roof. There we go. Alright, what does this have? Ah, and here's the delivery bag.
There we go.
That's actually going to be useful because that's going to give us a lot of overworld items.
Bunch
Yeah.
of checks.
Looks like another trip to Windfall might be in the cards at this point.
Actually, it would probably be best to go to the cabana, since there's a mailbox at the cabana that we can use to deliver all our mail.
And that gives you 2. Actually, you get 3. Is the chest is this on Cabana, like hanging out there?
That one is not part of the logic.
Okay,
no.
gotcha.
Yeah.
But there's still 2 checks then.
Yeah, there's 2 checks inside. I'm low on magic, so I'm gonna just throw 2 statues on here. Oh,
Wow. Keys.
The
Yeah,
keys.
it's this room, and the
So
keys
rude.
will attack.
That came out of the woodwork too.
These keys are closely related to the Lake Hylian Way.
Yeah.
This
Alright.
direct descendants.
So we haven't actually used the command melody at all in Tower of the Gods. We're not going to because we just pretty much used the leaf to get around all of what would be command melody uses. So with the leaf here, we got on top of this side statue over here, and now we're just going to use the leaf again to fly back over the lasers. And the statue will happily follow us back. Actually, before we do this, I'm going to restock on my soup. Or inject it into my neck.
Perfect.
Because I will need to fly back across here. Now, there's a whiz rope that will now spawn here. I'm going to attempt to get to it before it can kill me. Alright.
Got a lot of friends in this.
A rupee. Oh, 2 rupees. Wow. We're getting richer. Alright, so 3 statues. Get back around here. It's actually faster to do side hops if you're holding an item above your head. It's not faster to throw that item, though, so let's try that again. There we go. That's why I was actually attempting to side hop previously in one of the previous rooms where I just fell down off the platform. I was trying to side hop out of the way. Alright, but now we have all 3 statues, so the pink portal appears in the center, and we can go find out what's in the boss key chest, which is the last check before we get to Godin. So we still need 1 progressive Master Sword and 1 progressive bow upgrade.
And the Skull Hammer would help.
Yeah, Skull Hammer would help. I would imagine we are going to get Skull Hammer in some capacity.
It might be from one of those delivery bag things we're going to use.
Yeah, potentially. So the Fire and Ice arrows actually do open up a lot of other overworld checks, although they're kind of like all really somewhat slow one-off checks. For instance, like, you know, Fire Mountain, Ice Ring. There's a check on Needle Rock that we can do. Oh, okay, there we go.
Speak of the devil.
Yeah. All right, so now we will easily be able to make it through the dungeons. I think there should be arrows over here.
There's also a Beamos.
Yeah.
I feel like I should disclaim that Jim did not look at the spoiler log before this randomizer. Just finding things in the perfect order.
All right, there we go. Full arrows now. Oh, hey, bombs. So normally there's a cutscene here, but the randomizer got rid of it, so don't worry about it. For these blue Beamos, we can just simply jump attack over the laser. They can't aim upwards, apparently.
You can jump over those 2.
Yeah, so
but
that-
it's like
very precise.
extremely precise.
I did not need to get those. Oh, well.
Now you're ready to go. You're all stocked up.
Yeah, so the fight begins immediately. There's no cutscene beforehand. This is where fire or ice arrows come in handy, because a single fire arrow will instantly get rid of the hands.
Ice arrows being useful?
Sure was nice of him to put you into the electric field.
Yeah. Okay, yeah, the other one's still dead. Does not help for the actual head, though.
Huh. I didn't know it didn't help with that at all.
We can cancel the attack that Godin attempts to put upon us if we simply go under Godin when he's attempting to charge up the attack. Do that here. Alright, nice. We got 3 shots in. Okay, good. Please stop hovering above me. That's a bit high. Okay, probably won't be able to get that. Okay, good. And oh, yeah, that was a weird movement pattern by now. Alright.
Whoa.
Now we're hanging in the floor.
And that'll get you another Triforce shard.
Yep.
Very good.
The path can now be opened.
Almost.
Nope, not quite yet. Actually, Mr. Godin. Do you have time for a donation, Gymnast?
Oh yeah, we can read a donation now.
Yeah, sure, we got 100. You got an anonymous $100 donation with no message. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
We also have $1 from Greg saying that Jim has a very beautiful, luscious, resonant, sonorous, manly man voice.
Thank you. And out comes the Snot Triforce Shard. Yeah, there's Grandma. Alright. Now you only need 1 more. Alright, now it's time to do our mailbox shenanigans. Yeah,
We'll
since
do
we
that
got the
over the
Skull
cabana.
Hammer here, I feel like that's the game telling us we should go to the cabana next, which is actually convenient because the cabana is just south here. So let's see, we will want all this. There we go. Now, if we have another donation, we can read it while we're sailing over here.
I do not, but I can plug something if you want me to.
Oh yeah, that's right, that's fine.
So right now at the very end of the marathon, we have actually a donation incentive to name everyone Earthbound along with your name of the pets, favorite food, favorite thing, and also the player name, which is a 24-character limit incentive. So if you want to do any of that, be sure to get a donation for that, and we'll track it. If you also want to see the tracker itself, you can do you can type exclamation mark names in chat.
Yeah, there's plenty of fun names I'm sure we could get into into Earthbound.
Okay, so this letter and this letter. Give to the mailbox.
Oh, postage is due.
Yes.
Good thing we have some rupees.
Hey, I think we'll be fine with our rupee counts.
I sure hope so.
Okay.
And the other letter you have has to be given to Maggie, right?
That is correct. If we want to get the reward for that, we have to give it to Maggie.
Hey, we said $22,000.
Oh, there we go.
Man.
Very
We
nice.
said $20,000, everybody.
$3,025 and then $4,000 more to get to the Calithon record.
Exactly. There's a $14 donation from Filthy Turtle I posted over saying Shasta Sean via 22K.
Alright, so the Skullhammer can actually hit pegs through walls. There's one frame where the Skullhammer just kind of goes through the wall and can hit things on the other side. So I know where to jump slash on the wall to hit those Skullhammer pegs, and this makes it very quick to go through the cabana. So the first chest here is what is normally the Triforce chart. So we need to play the Winds Requiem to make that chest appear. There's also another chest, which normally holds just like a red rupee, I think. It's in between like all the maze of sewers in this area. Oh boy,
Bottle.
more bottles.
More soup for the neck.
I'm really hoping we see a Master Sword here.
Yeah. All right.
Oh, excuse me.
Yeah. We're just going to sidle back here.
This is new.
Yeah. And here's the chest. Oh man.
Well,
More
I
life.
guess that's
5
nice.
hearts. There you go.
Yeah, so unfortunately, it was not worth our time to go into the cabana, but we did mail some things. So we can check the mailbox now, and it should have stuff for us to collect.
And if we stop by Windfall, we can get another one.
Yes. There's also some additional stuff that we can do on Windfall now that we have the fire arrows.
Specifically the lighthouse.
Actually, let's just go to Windfall anyway.
There's a mailbox there for you.
Yeah.
And once we're done with a little bit of cleanup, we'll head to Earth Temple.
Yes, that's correct. Yeah, right now what we're really hoping to get is that last arrow upgrade and the last Master Sword upgrade. So actually, we're going to make it nighttime right now. Because we need to make it nighttime so that the time passes so that we can actually get our mail back. Hmm? Oh,
I thought you were going to make it night, Jim.
yeah, that's what I thought also. I guess not. Oh, it probably already was continuing to be night, most likely.
Money.
Yeah, let's
Or
try
we
this
made
again.
profit on that letter.
Yeah, so to actually light the lighthouse and make the transparent chest appear, we have to have it be nighttime. Okay. So there's an interesting strat we can do right here. We can hookshot this torch to get up here quickly. And so now we're going to need our arrows back. Oop, no. I wanted to stand on the edge as much as possible. That's okay. Alright. That is not the arrow. Yeah, so now we're basically just waiting. We actually don't have to wait for the opening to be staring at us. If we shoot this correctly, yeah, we can just shoot it from the outside, and the flame effect will go through the lighthouse. And we can fall down while this cutscene's happening. We can also talk to Krebe right here.
Why is there a grandma on my roof?
More love, boy. Okay, let's...
We're starting to feel the randomizer blues right now.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, there's only 2 things we're really looking for left.
Yeah, I'm hoping, best case scenario, we get those, on Windfall here before we go to Earth Temple. I'm going to use the hookshot to this chest.
Are you?
Hopefully. The spoils bag. That is not useful.
Not at all.
Okay. Let's turn around here again.
One thing that's luckily not in logic for the tournament settings, but you can enable if you're so inclined, is the auction.
Yeah.
So we don't have to associate ourselves with that at all.
Do the auction, then please go ahead. Okay, so now we need Loblin's letter. We're also going to get a cutscene here for when we mailed Maggie's letter. Also, the camera's going to screw up here because I turned Grandma around, so here we go.
Huh.
Because the camera attempts to transpose itself based upon where Link's angle is facing, or the player character angle is facing.
Good time for a quick donation?
Sure.
Alright, we got $10 from Zelda Queen saying, congrats on reaching 20k, Calithon. Let's see if we can get to 23k now. I agree. Been loving the run so far, Jim. Keep up the great work.
Thank you very much.
Wow.
Also, we did get the final Master Sword upgrade, so now all we're looking for is the light arrows. So if we can get the light arrows before we go into Earth Temple, that means that we will not need anything in Earth Temple besides the one Triforce shard that's at the end. So I might do some other overworld checks just to see if we can find those light arrows before going into Earth Temple, because it would obviously be better to not have to do anything in Earth Temple that's not required. This cutscene right here also only happens at nighttime, but it would have taken a little bit longer to change it to daytime just to skip that cutscene. Oh, more love. Okay, so we're going to save warp here. We've done everything that we can do on Windfall now at this point, I believe. Or, no, actually, there's still one more thing I can actually do to set up for, which is the magic armor. I need to do some trading for that to happen, though. I also need to make it daytime, because I need to get the town flower from Zunari to start that side quest. Usually that side quest does not have anything, but just as a precaution, since we're already here at Windfall, I believe
Might
it's
as well
best to start it.
Yeah, grab that flower.
Oh,
hello.
Hello.
Do you know his name?
I do not.
It's not Gummy. He's not
No,
Gummy.
he's not Gummy. Hello, Zari. Okay. Alright, so let's see. I believe the first check that we can do on the overworld, which is a little bit of a long one, but it also helps with the side quest here of the town flower and getting the magic armor. Nice jump. Okay. So we're going to warp to Greatfish Isle. We're going to trade twice for the exotic flower, and then we're going to sail south to Needle Rock, which is where there's one chest that we can get, which since we have the fire arrows.
Is the chest on Greyfish not one then?
That is not one of them, no. Generally, like, any chests that are on the overworld don't count, except for that one. The one transparent chest on Windfall, the one on Cliff Plateau, and I think that's it, I want to say. Okay, get this out here. Talk to this guy once. So we're going to give him the town flower, and he's like, oh my god, that's a town flower. Would you like this sea flower for some extra money? And we're like, yes, thank you very much for the sea flower. And everyone is happy.
And then you trick him.
Yeah. And we're like, hey, look, have you seen this sea flower before? And he's like, oh my god, I've never seen that before. Would you like this exotic flower?
Yes, absolutely.
Yeah, so this is how far we need to trade into the quest to be able to get the magic armor from Zunari now.
Or what would be the
What would be the magic armor, yeah. Maybe it will be, who knows? We haven't found the magic armor yet.
That is true.
We probably won't, though.
The hero's charm is still out there waiting too.
Yes, the lovely hero's charm. If we get the hero's charm, we will have to equip it, of course.
Of course.
That is an absolute necessity.
It's written in the law.
I'm going to guess it's too small for Grandma's face.
Alright, so going over to Needle Rock. I'm also actually doing this because there's I can refill on arrows in Needle Rock while I only have 6 right here. So in this cave with the ice, you can shoot a fire arrow to push it down. Not a regular arrow. No, thank you.
A little boost.
Got the damage boost. Alright, so this puzzle's pretty simple. We just need to shoot 5 fire arrows. I only have 3, but again, as I said, I can easily refill my arrow count. Did I get that? I did. I did not get that one. Okay. Okay. There's this one right here. Just on the ledge. There's one all the way over there in the distance.
This little area is great for if you're ever low on arrows.
Yeah.
It comes pre-equipped with arrows and magic galore.
Okay, so now we're refilling arrows and magic. That is an orange rupee. Alright, now we'll go back to Windfall to finish that one quest. Then I believe I'm going to attempt to go to probably Ice Ring Isle and Angular Isle to get 2 checks I can do there. And then after that, I will go to Earth Temple and we'll see what we can do.
Not gonna try out Fire Mountain.
No.
Leave that one.
Fire Mountain's pretty out of the way, as is Bomb Isle. Actually, my instinct tells me that the Boomerang was probably in Bomb Isle, because that's a place that I could have checked before I went to Forbidden Woods, and it was one of the only ones that I could have done. So
Interesting.
I'm going to hold off on Bomb Isle. Bomb Isle is also the slowest check in the entire overworld, pretty much. It takes a very long time to get. All right. Oh,
Thanks,
Red
man.
rupee.
All
That
your
was a
troubles.
net loss too, wasn't it?
Yeah, that was a loss. Okay, so to get to Ice Ring Isle, we're going to Ballad of Gales. over to Forest Haven, and then Ice Ring Isle is just to the west of that, and then Angular Isle is just to the south of Ice Ring. So the routing works out nicely for that.
I hope the music comes back soon.
Yeah.
The music's been gone for a while. I don't know where it went. Oh, there's some right there. I think it's Forest Haven.
And so if we have any donations that we want to read potentially, or any plugs right now, we can do that.
I can actually talk quickly about Direct Relief since
Oh yeah, sure.
most stations looks like they're big busy right now.
Go for it.
Yeah, so we're raising money for Direct Relief. It's a charity that ships medical aid all across the world, not only for disaster relief, but just to free medical clinics in the U.S. and over 80 countries worldwide. So if you're out there and you have $5, $10, or more dollars to spare, it's very much appreciated. You can donate at the Calithon Twitch page. There's a panel that'll give you a link to it. And it's very appreciated. We're trying to get to 26,000, which is the most Calithon has ever raised in one event. So obviously, a new record will always be nice. And yeah, thank you very much for watching and helping out. And we are heading into Ice Ring, where Link will hopefully not fall down on the ice. Well, actually, I'm sorry, Grandma. My mistake.
Yeah. So that chest back there is not in logic, which is why I didn't check it. I only shot it with a fire arrow so that I could get onto it and get up onto the higher geometry of this place, so I could easily get into the Ice Ring Isle. Okay, so we have the iron boots, but we also have hookshot, so. Oh, more heart containers. Doing all the love today.
So what island did you say you were going to next, son?
Next is going to be Angular Isle.
Angular.
There's a puzzle secret cave using the mirror shield that we can get an item from in there. Okay, so, oh no, not that way. We want to go south. This way. Yeah, there it is.
The hunt for the
Hunt for the light arrows.
The light arrows. It's a trademark part of any Wind Waker randomizer.
Most Zelda randomizers, as a matter of fact.
Yeah.
Always looking for those light arrows.
It's that final struggle that sometimes you sit there and you just stare at your tracker for a few minutes and you're like, huh, well, I guess we'll go do the slow check now.
Oh.
Good save, good save.
Thank you, Wind. Yeah, so this puzzle right here is like essentially a giant tower of pullable blocks that we need to get to the top of. So with the sped up block pulling and pushing animations, doesn't take that long. Pull, Grandma. Oh.
Bonk, Grandma.
Yeah, that can happen if you attempt to press A too early. Alright. So we could fly over there with the leaf, but hookshot is a bit faster. With hookshot, we don't make contact, that is. Fourth bottle. Alright.
I can't believe we got all 4 bottles in this run. That's silly.
Alright, so yes, now we will make our trek into Earth Temple, where hopefully we will find the light arrows hidden somewhere.
Hopefully somewhere early.
Yes.
That first the map chest would be most convenient. Otherwise, it's going to be Fire Mountain.
I already...
Well, there's
Or
also there's a possibility that it could also be in the mail. There's a
That's
piece
true.
of mail that we get for beating Earth Temple, so it's possible that it could be there.
That'd be convenient at the very least.
Yeah, but then we'd go through all of Earth Temple,
That's true.
checking the
That's
whole
true.
thing just to be sure.
I already know what's happening in chat right now. They are coming up with all the worst places where the light arrows could be. Just
And before you say chat, no, it can't be in Savage Labyrinth.
Yeah, Savage Labyrinth is not in logic. Sorry. All right, here we are at the Earth Temple. We actually could have, or no, actually no, that's not correct. I was gonna say we could have gone to Earth Temple right after beating Forbidden Woods because we had the Mirror Shield, but I forgot we also needed the Skull Hammer for that. So this dungeon order was pretty streamlined, but thankfully we didn't have to dip into any dungeons and then come back out or anything silly like that. Alright, so in Earth and Wind Temple in the randomizer, Medley and Makar are conveniently just waiting for us the whole time here. So here we go. Alright, so this first room I need to put myself and Medley on 2 switches at the top here. These pillars. Normally the game wants you to use the command melody to bring Medley over to the other one, but it's a little bit faster if we just fly over with the leaf here. And stand on this one ourselves. Oh, it's the wrong side of the wall.
All right, this is the light area room, right here. This is it.
This
is the one.
You're calling it.
This is the one. I can't believe it.
So I want to go around to make all of the dark shoes spawn before I go with my mirror shield. Okay. I'll get the skull hammer. I probably should have made the chest actually appear. One convenient thing with the mirror shield is that if you're shielding and you go into first-person mode, you can actually aim around in first person with the mirror shield, which is a little bit easier. Oh,
There it is.
All right, let's
The
go.
treasure arrows.
Let's go see where that treasure chart leads.
Just what we were looking for.
All right, so right here, I'm going to simply use the command melody. Since I already have the mirror shield, I can just light this whole place up. So I can then hit the skull hammer peg. The pot behind there in the distance is the inter-dungeon warp pot between Earth Temple, Wind Temple, and Forbidden Woods.
Grandma's command face is great.
Alright, so skull hammer peg down here opens up this door. Now we only need Medley in this room to put her down on this switch. This switch right here is kind of like the blue switches in Ocarina of Time, where something has to be constantly holding them down for the door to open. Alright, so there's one chest in here. Because we have the mirror shield, thankfully we can get all these checks right when we want to. Oh boy, more money. And that transparent chest over there, we'll be able to get once we reveal a light source by pulling this block over here. And once again, using the mirror shield. Because of the fact that we already have the mirror shield, we won't be making very much use of the command melody, actually. Alright, that's the small key we need. Hoping to get at least one more small key here before we go on. Okay, so normally in this room you'd have to like use fire arrows to like burn a burn a curtain to make some light appear. But if I can time this just right, no, not quite. I can do a bomb boost to get up onto this ledge right here. There we go.
Nicely done.
Okay, let's move on to this room. Get rid of this floor master. So this is the block pushing room, essentially. So we need to use this block to open up a light source. And then with this light source, we can get rid of this elephant statue. So we can push this block to make a chest appear, and then we can reveal another block that we can push into place to unlock the next room.
And this would be the compass chest, typically.
I actually want to push this one first. Alright, so when I push this next block down, if I climb up it right on the edge, I can potentially do a very small time saver here, which is a roll clip. Oh well. But I'd jump up and I wouldn't have to do the next climbing animation, which is kind of cool. More treasure charts.
These light arrows, they're being evasive on us.
Yes, they are. Alright, so we're actually not going to defeat any of the enemies in this room, because we already have the mirror shields. Okay, friendly fire on his buddy there. It's cool of him. There's one chest behind here, behind these elephant statues. And I specifically destroyed the one on the right side so that I can do another roll clip to get to the other side of this area without defeating any of the enemies.
22.
Filling out the rest of the treasure charts like we wanted.
Okay.
The category is 100% treasure charts, right?
Yeah. Okay, so I'm actually going to get more soup here. So because I don't have a small key, and I find it somewhat unlikely that there's going to be a small key in the chest in the room with the door that I'm standing in, I'm going to instead go out of bounds into this loading zone for the mirror shield room so that I don't have to use that small key. So here you are in the mirror shield room.
Do you not check the coffin room, or is that after this?
That'll be after this, because if I check the coffin first, I'd be trapped and I wouldn't be able to get over to here. Thankfully, because we have the hook shot, I can just skip this fight very easily. The map. Oh boy. Make sure he doesn't bother us. So for this next coffin check, I'm simply going to fly over the coffin to let it fall so that I can see which item is in it, and if it's not a useful item, I'm not going to pick it up, because it's one of those that's just kind of sitting out there. So we will see what item that is. Because obviously we're only going to pick it up if it's the light arrows. Nope, that is a joy pendant.
Goodbye.
So not that.
Not gonna happen.
Goodbye, coffin room.
So we'll save up to get some magic back, and then we'll go on through the rest of Earth Temple. So if the light arrows are here in Earth Temple, this should be a sub 2-hour seed. Just have to see. So it is possible for me to go through the rest of Earth Temple while skipping Medley, but it's not suggested to do that because that's very difficult and does not save very much time. Again, side hopping while we're holding something over our head is faster than not side hopping, or just walking forward. This strat right here looks like it's going to be very risky due to where the bubbles are, but the bubbles will never hit you when you do this. They get close, but never quite get to you. If we have any donations right now, we could probably read some of those.
Actually, not currently, but I can plug something. I can plug something if you want me to.
All right, that's fine.
Just wanted to shout out one of our sponsors really quickly, 13am Games. Based out of Toronto, 13am Games tries to create games that are as much fun to play as they are to design. Their titles include the award-winning multiplayer platformer Runbow, as well as the new action platformer game Double Cross. If you two want to win, if you want to win some game keys for those games, all you need to do is donate a minimum of $5. It's going to be entering a giveaway for some game keys for Double Cross and actually a different game, Just Shapes and Beats. Some of our sponsors.
It's actually really great. There's a lot of giveaway prizes for Calithon, and it's all based on how much you've donated through the event. Of course, one of the grand prizes is a Nintendo Switch with Smash, with a GameCube controller adapter, with 2 controllers, with the game, and it's $75. Of course, a Switch is $300. So $75 entry. One, you're helping charity. 2, man, if you get that, because that's a small subset of donors. That's a pretty likely, not a pretty likely chance. It's not a bad chance. So I'd definitely recommend if you can get in on those giveaways. They're scrolling across the screen right now.
I'll say as well too, if you donate $100, you're into every single giveaway possible here. Which is like over 50, I think, or close to 20.
Nice.
It's a lot. You should do that. It's possible.
Okay, so the last room that I was just in where I got my small key, there are actually 2 chests in there, but I know logically that because I didn't get a small key for the mirror shield room chest, I actually am guaranteed to get a small key in that second chest that was in the previous room. So I know that I do not need to check that because I do not need that second key.
Wasn't that the one that you also defeat every floor master
Yeah,
in that room?
that was
Which,
defeat every floor master.
not doing that stage yet. A good couple minutes. A good minute and a half.
Get out of here.
Vindictive about the bubbles now.
Alright, so in this room, there's a chest on the other side of these crypts. I want to make sure that I don't make any of the coffins which have a redead fall, because then the redead's going to scream and freeze me in place. Oh, biggest bomb bag. Now we have 99 bombs. Just come along with us, Medley.
You're doing it. You're beating up all the enemies.
Yeah. The coffins do damage to the keys. It's really funny when, like, the coffins just, like, fall on all the keys and they all die.
Is that for quick donation?
Yep.
We have $100 from Baron Hills. Saying, just wanted to say, love this game and love Randomizer. Always love seeing Zelda games being destroyed. Thank you, Baron Hills.
Thank you. And thanks for getting in all those giveaways. You did it. That's all we can ask.
There we go.
Boom, you're done.
Alright, so we're going to open this warp pot so to come back once we hopefully have the boss key. We still don't have the compass or the boss key with only these 3 checks remaining. So if one of these checks isn't one of those 2 things, then I can skip the rest of them.
This is the worst room in the game. At least I've done this puzzle so many times in my life. I never want to do it again, even though there is some cool stuff we have for it too.
Yeah. Okay, so with Medley, I'm actually going to get onto the top of this statue, where the light source is shining down, and I'm going to use that to aim the light source at Link, who's just over here. Okay, that should be good. Or Grandma, excuse me. And then from this position, I can light both of the chests and break the one wall that I need to light up. So, this chest. And I'll need to move a little bit to the left, and I'll be able to break that wall. Because there's a room with some Stalfos there, which we can get a chest in. More treasure charts.
So that tells us that everything, the boss key is hopefully in this one. If it's not, it's gonna be a sad day.
Actually, there are 3 more here.
Oh, there's 3 more. You're right.
Yeah. Oh, okay. There's the big key. Please have light arrows in this chest, because then we won't have to check the last one.
Matt Freed, 1 quick donation.
Of course.
Alright, we got $20 from BV728 saying, a very concerning message. Why is Grandma in this dungeon? Why isn't she at home enjoying her retirement, drinking a hot cup of tea? Thanks for $20.
What's that school?
Yeah, Link's at school.
That only gonna save itself.
Oh, it's a little bit late on that one. While you blow up, I'll go get these orbs. The normal strategy here uses the boomerang to stun these guys, but obviously we don't really have that. Again, I'm thinking the boomerang was probably in Bomb Isle, which is good because I don't need the boomerang for the rest of the run. Use the hook shot to get back up here.
Come on, light arrows.
Come on, light arrows. Oh.
Oh.
Let's go visit our friend the Darknet.
Yeah.
Is Medley still on her perch, or did she reset herself?
She's at the beginning of this room now.
Okay.
She's the pink dot on the map, the lower left.
Oh, but can you skip this?
Yes, we can skip this.
What?
With the roll.
Ah, very
Yeah.
clever. put that one in my knowledge banks.
Don't come back out of this room, though, or else you're going to soft lock.
Okay.
So, be sure to save warp after this. That is the hook shot. Arrows. Okay, so 2 of these skulls here are actually bubbles in disguise. They're jinx bubbles, so we actually want to get rid of them fast, otherwise they might jinx us and we won't be able to use our items. I'm wait for this Dark Knight to parry me, and then I can use Ice Arrows and the Skull Hammer to actually deal with him very quickly. Get another Knight's Crest while we're at it, because why not?
Ice arrows useful again.
Come on, Light Arrows. Alright, well, the Light Arrows were not in Earth Temple. Though, again, we had to beat Earth Temple anyway. So.
Let's go Light Arrows and Fire Mountain.
Light Arrows and Fire Mountain. I mean, it's looking like it might be that at this point.
I didn't want it to be, but it looks like there is a distinct possibility. But for right now, let's go and beat up Jahala.
Yeah.
Y'all, yeah.
And there's also still that one piece of mail that we have to get for beating Earth Temple from Baito. And there's the warp pot. Okay, so since obviously we have the boss key. Oh, hey, there's Medley. Yeah. Medley will actually follow us through warp pots in the randomizer, which is a good quality of life change.
Really is.
Okay, so I'm also going to use the Skull Hammer here. Once again, boss fight starts right away. Strat here is actually interesting. I'm actually going to take out the Skull Hammer and then shield with it to make the Mirror Shield shine onto Jalhala. Because the Mirror Shield is stable enough when we have the Skull Hammer out to do that. Also going to randomly throw bombs around in hopes that the bombs will kill some of the Poes that come out here. Just like that, so then the phase is over. Or the cycle. For each cycle, we have to beat 5 Poes, and then Jalhala would like begin to automatically reform. Make sure we don't pick up any skulls here.
The bombs did some work there.
Yeah. It is technically possible to do this fight in fewer than 3 cycles, but that's something that has only ever been achieved with a tool-assisted setting. Because doing this fight in 2 cycles requires that you kill 6 Poes all on the exact same frame for it to count like that. Oh, all the bombs missed, it looks like. Back here. Alright. Thankfully, we didn't have to go through a 4th cycle. And now the mask does not know what to do. If we had had light arrows in this fight, we actually could have just simply shot Jalhala with a light arrow, and he would have formed up immediately. And that would have skipped us having to use the Skull Hammer to shine our shield at him.
All looking spry.
Getting that last Triforce shard. So now we do have the full Triforce, and we have all the Masters of upgrades. So we could go down to Hyrule right now. But there's only 1 chest in Hyrule, so it's not recommended to check that one right away.
Oh, rupee count. Take a look when you get a chance.
Oh, is it 1, 2, 3, 4?
Yep.
Also, if we have any donations right now, we could read those.
Perfect timing. We just got a $100 donation from Dumple. Saying simply enough, thank you for a mighty fine event. Thank you, Dumple. I appreciate that a lot. We also have $25 from Chocolate saying, attention all gamers. Director Leaf is in big trouble and they need your help. They're trying to bring humanitarian aid to those suffering from poverty and natural disasters in 50 states and 80 countries. But to do that, they need you to donate to Calithon.com so they can get their epic 25K Royale. Thanks, Chocolate. You're on Sunshine and Time Early Marathon. You should watch that.
Okay, so going to go up here. We're going to go to Fire Mountain after this, but I want to check the mail first. Because if this is light arrows, then we don't have to go to Fire Mountain. We have to pay 10 rupees. Well, 10 rupees for the light arrow sounds like a pretty good deal, though.
It does sound like a good deal.
Yeah.
It's probably going to be treasure chart 15 or something.
Hey!
Oh,
There we go.
there it is.
All right. We don't have to check Fire Mountain.
The game is over. It's time to go beat up some Ganon. Well, cool.
Yeah, so we didn't have to. I considered for a moment before we entered Earth Temple, well, what if it is the mail? We could just bust through Earth Temple and then check the mail and have it be a gorgeous day.
It's been a big brain play.
Yeah. the 5,000 IQ play. All right, here we are. Light arrows in tow.
And luckily, they've made quite a few adjustments to this very end game in the randomizer, where we don't have to do much other than just roll our way to Ganon.
Yeah. So normally when you get to Ganon's Tower, you'd have to do the trials to progress deeper into the dungeon. But because the trial skip exists, like we already have a way of using glitches to get behind the trial door. The developer of the randomizer just decided to make trials unnecessary if you wanted to, so it's an option that we check in the settings. Now Grandma has broken the barrier.
No barrier skip even in randomizer?
Unfortunately not.
Still no
Still no barrier.
no barrier skip in SD. I can't wait till they patch Wind Waker SD and put a door in Hyrule, and then it's all over.
Yeah, if we have any more donations, we can read them while we're rolling here.
I do. It's got a few in right now. So we got $30 from It's Nightmares saying, keep up the great work, guys, and good luck to all the runners. Also has $75 from Boss Hoger saying, sup?
What's up?
What's up?
And $10 from Unphobic saying, I never thought I'd see a day when Link's grandmother actually, would steal his tunic and claim the Master Sword and Triforce of Courage for herself.
What's Grandma doing here?
I don't know, what is Grandma doing? Let's find out. Oh, there she goes.
Grandma, put that down. Grandma, you don't know where that's been.
Hey, can we get out of this corner?
Uh,
Oh, okay, there we go.
no, wrong way, Grandma.
Yeah, hold on. Okay.
There we go.
Yeah, so obviously this is not supposed to happen.
Are you sure?
Okay, can we direct him? All right, here we go. Oh, well, we got hit.
Choo.
I wanted to jump over the gap with him.
Wow.
But, all right, that's fine. I just wanted to show that off because that's pretty funny.
They like it. They like it.
All right, let's actually go beat the game now. Unfortunately, we will not be under our 2-hour estimate, but considering the fact that I had to check almost every, or that I went to check almost every location, I would not say that's very bad at all. The only locations I didn't check were Bomb Island, Fire Mountain, and the maze chest here in Ganon's Tower.
Once again, the trials, the door's just gone.
Yeah.
So we don't have to do any trials skip. We don't have to do any trials either. It's just roll our way to Ganon. Ignore these mini buns.
This door up here is a little weird. We can actually go into it just by sidling. There we go. All right, so because we already have the light arrows, we don't have to go through the maze at all. Shoot Phantom Ganon with Grandma's very muscular arms.
Grandma's a beefcake.
What a sentence. Welcome to Calithon. I've heard so many wonderful sentences at Calithon. Just people talking about their games completely seriously. Grandma's a beefcake is one of them.
All right, so in this room we have to defeat... actually, we don't have to defeat all the enemies, but I'm going to defeat all the enemies. There's a way we can flip out of bounds in this room, but it doesn't save any time, and it does waste magic, so... hard to manage to do. But because we have the light arrows, obviously, we can just plow through all the enemies here. See if we can get a double shot. Oh, we missed. Oh, it's okay. And there are convenient magic drops that we can get here to make sure that we can stay on top of our magic count. I missed. Okay. Let's see, can I get the double here? Yes, there we go. I'll also get some more arrows. So now we are off to fight Puppet Ganon, who is by far the hardest boss in this game. So let's see how good we can do here. Fight's gonna start right away. Oh, we missed the first one. One. I'll wait for him to do his little thing. Alright. That was too high there. Ah, yeah, it's too close. Alright, there we go.
There you go.
Yeah, so that's about an average fight. Obviously, you just want to get 3 snipes all one after the other right there, but it's pretty difficult to do that, especially in the original version of the game.
We don't have the gyroscope.
Yeah, it's much more fluid in HD with the gyroscope aiming.
People like to talk crap about motion controls, but man, they are real fun for gyroscope aiming.
Yeah. Alright, so I believe we're out of magic here. Now we have 1 shot left, but that's fine. Just use our soup. Probably don't even have to do soup glitch anymore. Or, excuse me, ingest our soup through our neck. Take our light arrows out again. There's a shot we can do here called the Crip Shot, which essentially gets us 2 shots, one after the other right here. Let's see if we can do this. Well, not quite. While Puppet Ganon is spinning around up there, it's possible to get a second shot on him. No magic. That's okay. We have another attempt at it here. Okay, a little too far to the right that time. This fight looks really cool when it's done well, but usually it's not done well that often because it's just so hard with the precision of the shots.
Is there a reason that you don't do the shot where he's descending down, like falling down?
That's because I just want to try to get the 2 shots and just
Gotcha.
prepare for that. Yeah.
Gotcha.
Oh, even that one missed. There's 1. I'm gonna need some bombs here. Also gonna just drink my soup this time. Where are you? That's not what we wanted to do. Let's see if I can do a cheeky shot right here. Oh, too early. Now he's gonna try to run into me. Oh, no, he's not. What is he doing? Alright.
That works.
That works. But yeah, getting like all those shots like first try is... It's very impressive when it happens, I think. Alright, so no cutscene after this either. We're just gonna climb our red rope. Alright. That saves a few seconds. The rope is so long that if you try to jump off of it at the bottom while you're swinging, you just instantly re-grab onto it at a higher point. So if you just repeatedly just mash A and B to jump off the rope continuously, she just keeps on hopping up the rope. Alright, for some reason you can't pause while you're doing this.
You can't.
I don't know why. Like, pressing the start button doesn't do anything. Alright, so let's get our stuff out here. Actually, this. There's a very slightly fast way we can do this. 3 backflips. And then by using the grapple hook here, we can skip the climbing animation. Just like that. Let's get the leaf out for safety.
Nice.
And now the next trick is called Morph Hover, right?
Yeah, how about no? It's actually a little bit more finicky in this version of the game, if you were to try to do it. And let's drink soup one more time. The reason we're drinking soup this time is so that we can get the double damage effect, because it will heavily speed up the Ganondorf fight. So time is going to be coming up here fairly soon. There are going to be 3 phases to this fight.
Stand still to kill.
So that's the first phase down. Now Ganondorf is going to come over here and smack Zelda.
Grandma's very
Grandma's
concerned
upset.
Yes.
for the well-being of the princess.
Alright, That's the second phase. Once again, greatly sped up by the soup. Now we just have to get Zelda to reflect a light arrow shot off our mirror shields. There we go. And time will be coming up right now.
Let's go, Grandma.
Yeah, shout outs to Grandma. She really took over for her duty today. But yeah, so that's the Wind Waker randomizer in 203.14. That's probably a little worse than average, unfortunately, but I think we still got to see lots of cool stuff. So yeah, shout outs to the randomizer community, especially to the team of dedicated people who really like to make custom models for this game. Like, in addition to Grandma, we also have other game characters like, Tetra and Errol. Some people have even gone so far as to make characters like Goku, Sans, Lucario. There's even a Shaggy model if you want to play through Wind Waker as Shaggy. So yeah, shout-outs to all of them. Shout-outs to the Wind Waker Spring Randomizer Tournament, which is currently going on. If anyone's interested, wants to check that out, you'll see lots more of the stuff that we did here today, because we use the exact same settings that we would use in the tourney run. But yeah, I think that's it for me. So thank you to my commentators, Mr. Super MC Gamer and Megahertz. And yeah, I think that's it. Thank you guys for watching.
All right, thank you.